All right, let's see. We are on episode 8 of Daredevil Born Again. This episode is called Isle of Joy. I'm not sure why it's called Isle of Joy. I guess it's Manhattan or New York City. That's a weird title, but
Not a lot of joy to be had on this island, I can tell you that much, sir.
to my friend, because sometimes we share screens and information with other people. My friend North English Bastard was like, "Oh yeah, you're always like sometimes you put the recap." I was like, "Well, to be fair, in a show like this, we're in episode 8. Whenever they have the recap is telling you it's kind of a preview for the episode because obviously right there to show episode 1 and Matt throws Daredevil Bullseye off the friggin' roof and just that's kind of like gee I wonder if because Bullseye's been pretty absent since episode 1, so him showing that there's a purpose behind that. And Fisk, he's walking down, yeah, where's Adam? Yeah, Adam's down there. I'm beating the shit out of him. I'm mayor of this town. And Fisk does say that people in costumes, silly costumes, he's not gonna tolerate this shit, like people wearing a Punisher skull killing bad guys. But Matt's girlfriend kills Muse. Man, shoots fucker what 6-7 times and just unloads on him. He's just dead.
Yeah, she put a lot into him. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get to this when we get to the good stuff, bad stuff about this, but I will tell you what, man. Even though she's kind of annoying in this episode,
Yeah.
she's definitely hot. Remember how I asked you like 2
Yeah.
streams ago? I was like, "What do you think? Is she hot?" And you were like, "Nope."
Uh,
Can I ask you that question again? Do you think she's kind of hot in this
oh
episode?
well, we'll get to that scene. So I'm watching the scene. I'm
Okay.
like, maybe I was like, yeah, I was the whole Thanos like, perhaps I judged you too harshly. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, like now, do you understand this reference? Because a lot of blue tones, blue references, blue, and of course we're seeing a prison yard. And look,
Yeah.
he's back.
I can't tell you I can't tell you that I honestly do. Obviously in between the time that I watched this, which was like 2 hours ago, and the time I'm, you know, streaming with you here now, recording this, I did, of course, I like to, me, I like to get a gauge of what other YouTubers
Mhm.
say. And there was another YouTuber that saw this hidden meaning in the blue. Supposedly that blue flower is for like hope and rebirth or something
Oh,
like that. And that's how and then you're supposed to juxtapose that because in the comic, I don't know if you know this or not, but Bullseye's suit is all blue and Daredevil's is
yeah.
very red.
I
So
was thinking that, but I wasn't sure because with this
yeah.
show, it's weird to know how much they're borrowing from the comics and doing stuff. And I'm like, is that what they're going for? But wasn't sure.
I mean, I'll say this for the uninitiated, this is all of this Poindexter Bullseye stuff is very much comic book accurate. Like the way that they,
It's like,
control him, the way
mm,
that they are worried about him getting objects into his hand, the way that he plays, Daredevil and the way he plays other people, making it seem
yeah,
like he's weak when he's really strong. And he's got like this agenda of, let me just get something into my hands. The
mm,
only difference is this. I'm glad you got this still right here. So in the comic book, he was never a cop of any kind. It
mm,
kind of makes sense that he would join the military and be, some sort of law enforcement, so he could kind of, especially with his mental problems and things, so he could,
yeah,
you know, put his talents to good use. But these cops throw him into Gen Pop and then make a point to say Agent Poindexter to remind all of the felons and stuff in there that he's a cop. You've seen this. I've seen this. When they want to do shit like that to you, the guards can, bring this up. I myself was, an ex-prison guard. I was an ex-military policeman, and I myself found myself in jail and prison. Most of the times they're pretty, they ask you, do you want to walk Gen Pop or do you want to go to isolation or protective custody? I mean, you could be a bitch and go to protective custody if you want to. But me, I always walk the yard. But I mean, it's not like you want the guards walking around going, "Hey, heard you used to be a prison guard. Hey, you heard you used to be a federal agent." You definitely don't want that, because it's just, somebody's having a bad day and some cop pissed them off. They're going to take it out on you, or
yeah.
they're going to use it against you in some way. So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of got a vibe of you're not locked in here with me. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me kind of thing from Bullseye. Or what was your thoughts on it?
Well, my only problem is the thing is, yes, Bullseye is deadly. Yes, when they surround him, he's kind of like I can see him taking on 10 guys at a time. Problem is, his fucking arms are like this, and his hands are like this. Kind of hard to fight when you're
Yeah,
his
fact.
his main thing is yes, give him a fucking paper clip. He'll kill 10 guys with one paper clip. But when
Sure.
you're like this with prison mittens on, where you're kind of
Yeah.
you're kind of defenseless.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, then we get the whole like, "Dan," and I did like the, real quick when they said, most guys, like, we have to get their belongings and stuff together. This guy doesn't have anything. We purposely took away his possessions because we fucking know
Right.
this guy
Yeah,
this
they're
guy's
not gonna give yeah, you're not
yeah.
"Oh, what about my pencil collection?"
Exactly. But yeah, like, well, I'm ESH right special. Yeah, whatever you fucking call the cops, snitches, and psychos, and get the whole Daredevil born again. So yes, as I said earlier, when they show stuff like, "Hey, Matt threw Bullseye off the roof there in Northern English," it's because Bullseye's gonna be in this episode. But yes, and I still will say, like, overall the show's got problems. I do like these wide shots because it has a very New York City vibe to it, and the
Yeah.
right here,
Now,
the Red Hook
let me ask
Project.
you this, do you think this is stuff that they filmed for the show, or do you think it's, like, stock footage that they got from some, like, New
Hmm.
York travel guide or
Well,
something?
definitely, and we see the daytime. This show has a very habit of like just showing graininess and like kind of like dark and grays, and it's like so stock footage. I would say the way this is filmed, it seems like it's new footage just for these locations, or by the way they're coloring it.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically Fisk is just talking to Vanessa and talking about everything that she's done and he's done, and she's just telling Fisk like, I built this empire, I made this empire bulletproof for you, but then why are you throwing it all away for?
Yeah, and
Huh.
he gives her a I don't think she really even cares about the Empire. I think I've said this in a previous stream. I think she just likes being, powerful. Oh, you're going
Yeah.
too I don't
Sorry.
wanna
Yeah.
I think she just liked being powerful. I think she liked driving the car while he
Mhm.
was off, in Echo Land and doing whatever bullshit with Hawkeye and stuff. I
Yeah.
think she just kinda dug that power. I think, it's not easy to give that back up. I don't think she really cares, and of course, he makes a point to, talk to her and just say, "Listen, I'm not giving up my empire, I'm just restructuring it." Because,
Mhm.
I mean, you can only really be a criminal kingpin for so long, no matter how powerful you are.
True.
Sooner or later, they're gonna take you down, but if you become, like,
The
say
mayor.
you're young, so you probably don't know Joseph Kennedy. Joseph Kennedy was a gangster, a smuggler, a bootlegger back in the roaring 20s and 30s and stuff, when prohibition was going on. And from that, he built a huge empire. And of course, you know who John Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, George, you know all the
Mhm.
Kennedys, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's how he built that and became legitimate based off the back of being a criminal. So I
Yeah.
mean that's a real life thing that actually happens, and I'm sure that's in Fisk's mind. That's what he wants to do. He wants to become a Kennedy, with this because it's one thing to just rule the streets and have that kind of power, which is cool,
Yeah.
but it's a whole nother thing to just be like a conglomerate, a George Soros, like
True.
a Joe Kennedy.
One thing right here to, we'll get to us later in the episode. I want to see if you notice as well. Sid, I think D'Onofrio is a pretty big guy, but like, look at the
Yeah.
size difference between him and Vanessa. He's not that much bigger than her. He's definitely bigger, but
Well,
look, they're
you
pretty.
can see she's got high,
Yeah.
boots on, right?
Well, I'm just saying, like, but one thing, we're gonna later on, the way they can definitely make D'Onofrio seem like he's 7 feet tall, like how they did with Michael Clark Duncan and the Green
Mhm.
Mile. Listen, just he's bigger. No, he's bigger than her, but he's not like 2 feet bigger than her. Later on, though, there's certain shots where it seems like Kingpin's a fucking 8 foot tall hulking beast.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
frame it in such a way, and as they should, but I mean,
Yeah.
as a fan of Law& and Order: Criminal Intent, D'Onofrio's a tall dude. Like,
Oh, I know.
he's
He's down to 6'4". I mean, I looked up his stats.
Oh, you did look it up? I was about to look it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we have Matt's girlfriend. Matt, I killed him. I shot him dead. I did it, Matt.
I mean,
And he's
she
like,
did.
"Did you have any idea what it's like, Matt, to kill somebody? Just it's terrible." And I mean,
Matt's like, "No, I don't kill people, I'm a bitch.
yeah,
I leave
it's
that
just
to Punisher."
yeah, really, it's like we kind of had it coming. And she has the whole spiel of like, well, the thing is, I mean, this whole cycle of violence, Daredevil and Muse, and they're kind of the same thing. Is like, wait a second, no, they're not. Daredevil's there to save you.
Yeah, Daredevil's a good dude. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you dumb bitch. And he's like, also Daredevil, he stopped Muse. She's like, no, he didn't stop Muse. I stopped Muse myself, all by myself. I shot him 6 times. Yeah, Matt had nothing to do with that entire fight sequence. It was all you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a whole victim mentality. I take it as a girl boss trope, or just like the whole
No, it's a Schrodinger's feminist
I
thing.
saved me. I did all the work.
Yeah,
The- the-
you can equally be a victim and a power hungry boss babe,
Yeah,
depending on what situation you're in at any given.
yeah.
So Buck stops by.
Hey,
I was kind of getting ready for my morning and just heard his voice, and I'm like, why is he up at Casa de
Uh,
Murdoch this early? What's happening here?
yeah.
And I do like this exchange. I will give you that. Like this, everyone's like, "Oh, he's bargain basement Wesley." I think he's an upgrade from Wesley. Wesley didn't do nothing except get shot by Karen. Like, what did he really do? This dude is like a banger. Like he's your he's your go-to guy. So,
Yeah.
and the movie Wesley was worthless.
Yeah.
So I like this Buck guy. I think it's a weird name for him to have, but whatever.
Well, yeah, so the scenes going back and forth between these guys, and of course, Kingpin, what's he do? He brings Vanessa down to see. I thought he killed him last episode. They just had a good old ass whooping. So he gave Adam the axe. Adam fought back, and Vanessa, I'm still alive. He told him,
I
I
mean,
promise.
the beating that he got should have at least put him in the ER or something, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Uh,
comic books, whatever.
he kept his promise. He didn't kill him. I mean, he's a man of his word. I didn't kill him. Look at that. It's just the size difference. I swear to God, please, Vanessa. I didn't know. I didn't know he was your husband when I was fucking you.
Do
Please.
you think that's true? Do you think he didn't know?
I mean, ignorance is bliss, I guess.
Okay.
Who knows?
Do you think he or I guess a better question would be, do you think that he knew she had a husband, just didn't know it was the kingpin of crime?
Could have been that too, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't know that your husband was the kingpin. I knew you had a husband."
Yeah.
It's like,
So I was kind of being a piece of shit, but
yeah. Also, this does reference back to, remember the therapy episode when, like, because some people were bitching that, Vanessa, like, she was rubbing it in Wilson's face during therapy, like his hands, his beautiful hands. Now Wilson's like,
which she was, which
but
she
then
was.
right here, look at Wilson. I hear his voice. I see his hands. I can't take it as I'm beating him senseless.
Yeah.
Yes. So the mayor wanted me to give this to you personally, Heather. Yes. He's like, hold on a second. Matt's like, how did you know about this? Yeah. So, boy, Heather, keeping secrets from your boyfriend. The fact that you're a therapist for the kingpin. Heather, how do you know about this? Matt, none of your fucking business.
What's your thoughts on this episode? Like, I think this episode relies heavily on Matt kind of getting unhinged a little bit. What's your thoughts there? Do you think it's
Oh yeah.
because it's leading up to him going balls to the wall in the season finale, or do you think it's part of the reshoot bullshit?
It's a definitely combination of everything because it's still Matt, like, because he put on a Daredevil costume because he had to save the girl from being used, but he's still, or from getting, whatever, from Muse killing her, but he didn't want to, and he's still not fully, I guess, Daredevil yet, even though they fought, and it's weird. Yeah, it's the pacing's all over the fucking place because at this point, after that screaming and fight with Muse, he should just be now full-fledged Daredevil, and I guess the Punisher has to come back one because this is episode 8, the finale is episode 9. I guess
Yeah.
when Frank comes back and Frank goes full, shaves himself and goes full Punisher, maybe that's Matt becoming full Daredevil again. It's still strange, yeah. But yeah. So we have Fisk sitting just almost trembling. I'm better. Don't worry, Vanessa. I promise I'm better. But he's like, Vanessa, if I can't be with you, I can't be with anybody. So you're mine. But please don't tell me that Fisk being a client. She's like, it's none of your business, man. I can't tell you. That's what was it, client confidentiality?
I mean, I'm not so sure that's true. I mean, there is
Yeah.
a confidential. She can't talk about what's being said. I don't think she can. I don't think she can't say that he's a client. I think that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's going back and forth where he's like saying, Fisk is using you. He's like, he's using you to get to me. But the whole thing is vigilantes are dangerous. No, come on. So she's still anti-vigilante. Matt's like, well, they're not all dangerous pieces of shit. Not all of them. Anyway, I'm not going. Yeah, you and your guest. But boy, so he's just like, please, Vanessa, please, Vanessa, don't pull out a gun and shoot me 6 times. And she shoots him. And boy, I'll tell you one thing. She made sure to finish the fucking job because, God damn, look at that headshot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, poor Adam. But I did at least like the fact that Vanessa, between Adam and Fisk, she chooses Fisk. Because he's the kingpin and she's scared
I
of
mean,
him.
what else was she gonna do?
She could have chose Adam.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Wait, come on, women do that shit in real life. You know that.
Yeah. Well, it's a comic
Yeah.
book show, so
Yep. I promise I'll never leave you again. I'll never try to go. I'll never go back to that stupid Echo show and try to father another woman and have her shoot me in the face.
I definitely
Yeah.
won't be in Secret Wars.
Yeah. So Matt's going back to his partner and just doing the whole, like, this whole situation, more like lawyer bullshit and everything. There's their finances, kind of like some filler part of this episode. But she does mention Poindexter. Now, Poindexter, yeah, we've heard that name, Matt. Well, apparently he's in Gen Pop and he wants to talk to you. Oh, shit. Damn. But also he's been in Gen Pop for 2 days and he wants to talk. Matt's like, okay. But also Matt's like, well, who the hell let him out in Gen Pop? Was the mayor. Oh, shit, man. And I like the way he says that. Today's a day for kissing dogs and jackets in Brooklyn. What task force is a good success? And we have Buck here just breaking down the fact that, well, I mean, vigilante crime is down 30%. Like, what vigilantes? What, Daredevil and Punisher? That's all you got right now. It's far in the show, dude. But yeah, the task force is pretty much, it's more effective. We have Gandolfini's son right here. Sir, I'm doing everything I can. It's like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give you a raise, a promotion. What? As deputy mayor for your communications. I have no idea what that is. Toxic. It sounds like a nice title.
I mean, it sounds like some kind of an upgrade. I don't know where this is coming from. Is this just because he threatened and got BB Urich
That
online and
that's exactly what I thought it was.
okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but she's like basically she's saying Daniel's not ready for this shit, and he isn't. But sir, I'll do anything for you. I'll work day and night for you. I will burn for you. I will suck
I'll
your
suck I'll suck your dick, Mr. Fisk. I'll suck your dick.
again. It's like,
Again. I'll do
yeah.
it good. I'll drink the gravy. Anything you want, Mr. Fisk.
It's a small callback. Remember episode one with that freaking what's happened to him in his desk? He's like Vanessa did check, and it's
I
actually
don't know. I
it's
guess it's supposed to give him some kind of strange
it's
affectation or
it's a
something
LaGuardia
like
desk.
that, but
Yes. Okay. So she's like, But yeah, look at you two. Yeah, so this another douchebag fucking client, black lady, blind dude. I like the optics, and basically, Matt with his super hearing and super powers can tell this guy's lying his fucking ass off. And Matt kind of fucking snaps. He's like, I'm sick and tired of this shit, man. We can't represent you. He's like, look, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to defend you. But the bottom line is, we can't keep fucking defending people we know are full of shit. And I mean, it's just like I guess we're in technically season 4, if you want terms of continuity and canon about where we are with Daredevil. But it's kind of like Matt. It's the reason you became Daredevil for is because the system doesn't work. And Matt's just telling her, he's like, I'm sick and tired of this shit. He's like, Point Dexter, we put him away, nothing changes. Foggy's fucking dead, nothing changes. And I did like the fact he mentions good old Leroy. Leroy goes away for eating a box of caramel corn, which people shit on that sequence, but looking back on it again, Toxic. I get the point that the guy's a fucking moron. You have like 20, 30 crimes. Your rap sheet's longer than my right arm. But it is also the point that it's a weird system because a guy, $20 in caramel corn, you want to fucking spend like $30,000 locking him up. In terms
right,
of
exactly.
in terms
Also
of
also the fact that they made a point to show the scene when they had him arrested, the cops are sitting there eating the caramel corn.
yeah, because I know some people pissed off about that. Like, well, the problem is this guy doesn't fucking learn. He keeps doing it, doing it. I'm like, I understand that, no doubt. But the way I took it is like they're saying it takes an average $1,000 to $1,500 per day to house this guy because you get fucking cable TV, you got to pay the guards, 3 meals, et cetera, et cetera. You want to give him a month or fucking 40 days? That's 30 times 1,000 is 30 grand over 20 bucks in caramel corn. And it's
Yeah,
kind of a fucked up system we live in, guys. So,
exactly.
but yeah, so but Hector's still murdered. So yeah, Matt's just like I like that line. No, we're babysitting chaos. And it's true. It's like, but Matt's sick and tired of like this broken system. No shit, dude. That's what you got to become Daredevil for.
Yeah, that's why you're Daredevil, Matt. You deal with the law stuff that you can deal with it during the day, and at night you put on a costume and beat the shit out of people. I mean, it's
Oh,
like this seems really simple. Like, why are we
yeah,
dragging this out? Like, it's
yeah.
really not. Uh,
I
anyway,
do agree. So he goes back to the spot where Foggy got killed, back to the old bar, and Matt's not being a hobo out there. But Josie, yeah, him and Josie are just drinking some whiskey, which is look at that, man. I'm so anyway.
man, I haven't drank any hard liquor since last St. Patty's Day. Not the one that just passed, but the one in
Anyway,
2024.
oh, good old Fox.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it
Anyway,
anymore.
that's right now. Anyway. But yeah, so they're just talking about the good old days, and she wants to reopen, but Sam wouldn't even care anymore. But of course, Cherry pops up. Matt, what the hell's going on? And because Matt knows, Cherry knows that Matt is Daredevil, but Fisk is hunting down vigilantes. But he's like, so Matt understands the fact that why the hell would Fisk let out Bullseye for? He knows that there's a setup and shit. But
I don't think so. So are you? I must have stepped out for a second and missed some of this.
hmm,
Is this Cherry thinking that Fisk orchestrated this with Poindexter or
well, right
I,
now that him and Matt, they understand the fact that it was Matt. Sorry, it was Fisk. Fisk obviously put Bullseye out to Gen Pop, and he wants to get him
oh,
killed.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
And now the thing is now Matt is just like Matt's trying to figure out what the hell happened. Like, well, okay, why did because what he's taking it as like he's taking it as Fisk hired Bullseye to kill him. That's right now. So that's what she's breaking down. So this stuff
Okay.
called do you ever heard of stuff? You bartend O'Melvinies? Is that a real brand? I never
I
heard of
don't
it,
know.
but
I doubt
yeah.
it. I doubt it.
Okay. Yeah, but well, they're breaking down that fact that Foggy was drinking O'Melvinies, and he was the last person to drink, and he was first she cashed out for the whole incident happened. But of course, good bartender Matt's like he wasn't drinking O'Melvinies. She's like, yes. Joe's just like, I know my clients. Okay, no, I think you're wrong. She's like, no, I know my people drink, Matt. I'm a fucking bartender. You see it right there. Foggy was doing shots. He was doing victory shots because he's like, I'm gonna win this case. I won. So basically, what breaks it down is that guy Dumb Benny, the one that fucking was Bullseye, he was the one in witness protection at friggin' Foggy's house. So Matt figured out the fact that somebody sent obviously Bullseye had to kill Bullseye had to kill Foggy because to stop Foggy from the case. He thought it was Fisk, but it wouldn't have been Fisk because Fisk wasn't in New York City at the time. So who was it then? Now Matt's talking to Bullseye. Oh, look, he's getting with the freaking gloves right there, and he's all fucking chained down. He's like, he's like, now what's funny is he still never says in this episode that Matt's Daredevil. I'm not sure if he remembers. He just he keeps
I
calling him,
don't know what he thinks or doesn't think.
yeah, because
Um,
you think
in
right
a
there,
it, well, in without early spoiling, but like in what happens later, he's not really going after Matt. He's going after Fisk. So now, whether that means that he's still more angry at Fisk than he is technically at Daredevil, I'm not sure.
yeah,
But I really don't know. By the way, Old Melvin's, it's not a real brand of
oh,
liquor, but it is a law firm. Isn't that interesting?
oh, shit, wow, damn. Well, so yeah, he's just like telling me, he's like, yeah, I respect you for being here. I want your damn respect. He's like, did Fisk hire you to kill Foggy Nelson? He's like, you hear it out there, counselor? Because he calls him counselor. He's gonna call him Matt.
Right.
Yeah, counselor. He's like, the animals out there. You think I'm one of them? Think I'm an animal? Because remember, in his mind, he's still a cop. He's still a military guy. Bullseye's still a good guy. He's like, no, I'm better than these fucking people. Who's a predator, kid? And who's a prey? But yeah,
So in the original series, refresh my memory, did he know that Matt was Daredevil and vice versa?
I always thought because I was pretty sure that the fucking Kingpin told him that he was Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. I mean, we have to rewatch it, but I was pretty sure because obviously Fisk figured it out, and that's why he had he had Bullseye wear the Daredevil costume because it was discrediting Matt and Daredevil,
Right.
and I was pretty sure that basically Poindexter knew about that because Fisk told him. But that's why I
Okay.
said I was wondering if he had some kind of amnesia because I'm pretty sure he would have knew, but we have to rewatch it. But I like when Matt called him a sweetheart. He's like, "Get me out of here! Come on, sweetheart. What do you want me to do? Appeal for you?" And yeah, the whole like Matt in a different life, we could have you could have been defending me because you're a good person, right? But yeah, counselor, I'm bargaining here for my life. He's like, but if you want to fist hire me, I'll tell you, get me the fuck out of here. He's like, I don't trust you for a second. Then fucking Matt, he's doing Matt was beating his fucking face until the table, dude, just like
Yeah.
blood's
Which is,
everywhere.
of
And
course,
it's,
exactly what Bullseye wants him to do.
yep. But yeah, a counselor guard, he starts smashing his face. He's like, wait, look, he's all smiling. So thanks, counselor. And again, Matt, dude, you fucking dropped the F bomb, man. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Just the way he said that. He was like, because Bullseye's laughing at him and shit. Like, yeah, thanks, dude.
You think that
Because
was an improvised line by Charlie Cox?
I'm not sure because it doesn't seem like I'm liking this more pissed off Matt Murdock. But yeah, it could have been improvised. Yeah. And now we're to the ball. Oh, what a night, late December. And yeah, so we have here, he's talking to the deputy mayor and just, or what, where his right, this is right hand check. And like, I first thought we weren't on the same side. Now we're on the same side. Cool. And I'm gonna go talk to BB. He's like, man, fuck you. You kind of like blackmailed me. He's like, yeah, but I blackmailed you. Look, I've got a new position though. I'm deputy mayor of communications. And she's like, you can just hear like her panties drop, like she's all happy and wet.
Yeah. You have power? I love
Oh
men who
wow,
have
yeah.
power.
Yep. Somehow now I'm on the inside of this thing. And we have this guy for whatever the guy fucking for Better Call Saul. I forgot his name and other stuff, but he was from an Echo show. He's talking to the one chick, and yeah, right there she pulls up, and I'm like, wait, Heather. Oh, well, Heather,
Yeah.
I didn't recognize you. What the fuck's going on? Hold on a second.
Perhaps I judged you too harshly,
It's like,
Heather.
where did you come from, Heather? Well, damn, especially like, you look at
Yeah,
the
you should have shot a guy in the chest
it must
sooner. It's
It
really
must be really cold in here too.
it
This
is cold
I don't
in
know
this event.
because it's up until
I
it
don't
says here
know
right here. I don't know, just
I don't know if this God, you're such a pervert.
yes,
I don't know if the swordsman guy, whatever his name is, I don't know if he was in Echo because I didn't see Echo, but he was like a main character. He is Kate Bishop's stepfather in Hawkeye show.
yeah. That's what Echo went on Kate Bishop's
Whether
show.
he may have been an Echo, I don't know. I didn't see Echo, so I
I
couldn't say.
forgot because I mean it's like one of the shows where I watched it. And I kind of like was like blackout drunk and tried like erasing it from my fucking memory. But
Right.
now, as you said earlier, it could have been the high heels, but just again, now we're looking at the massive difference between it's like Kingpin seems like just a lot fucking bigger than Vanessa all of a sudden. It's just like they make it where certain times he seems now he's a Kingpin again. He's wearing the white suit. All right, and they're out there to dance. But now at first, it took me a second to realize this. When it first says jaw clenching, he's like, I didn't know what the fuck he was doing because I thought like they were obviously stitching him up and he's in a lot of pain. I thought just like kind of ouching and wincing, not understanding what this dude is doing. And I'm like, oh shit, now I caught it. But yeah. So the surgeon is after Matt bashed his head in. He's got to put stitches and he's in a lot of pain. Nothing bad's going to happen, right? His stitches should come off in a week if you don't disturb them. He's just like, now right there, he's like this. I'm like, okay, how did they have him, restrained? Come to find out, oh man, that had to fucking hurt, dude. Like
Yeah, it didn't tickle, that's for sure.
that,
But that's
that's a certain level of
so this is
hardcore, man.
yeah, this is straight out of the comic. He does
Yeah.
something very similar.
Mm.
He can, he breaks out of prison by the cop giving him some of his pills, and he spits the pills in the eye, and yeah,
I just, dude, I bust out laughing. I know you said you have problems with the episode and people have problems with the show. The fact that Bullseye crunched out his own fucking tooth, put a tooth in tooth, and fucking impaled the guy in the face with his tooth. I just started laughing my ass off because I'm like, that is so Daredevil, like Colin Farrell Daredevil. I mean, in
yeah,
Bullseye, because
yeah,
like season 3 for Netflix, it definitely was a lot more grounded. You still feel like he was Bullseye, but he felt like he was still realistic. This is so over the top comic bullshit where I liked it though, because I'm just like, fuck, we're going there. But yeah,
yeah,
so he gets his restraints out, and what's he do? Man, fucking takes scissors. Now he's got not one weapon, two weapons.
yep,
Fucking disassembles them, and motherfucking doesn't matter. Yep, he's out of there. So Bullseye escapes, and again, look at the blue hues.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
blue. Yep. And Heather, yet again, Heather, I'm sorry.
Heather,
Yeah,
Heather,
he's been talking to Vanessa. Look, I just saved a shot for you, Toxic, because look, my favorite part of this episode. I mean, look at that middle section. I don't care about the women. Like,
you okay?
oh
You all right? You
god,
need
I'm
a
just
moment? Do you need a moment?
oh god, it's beautiful.
I just
I'm
went from 6 to midnight off the oldest
telling you.
liquor.
I mean, there's a whole. I mean, I could tackle that in 2 days, but
All right, moving
yeah. So
along,
yeah,
moving along.
yeah, and I guess nobody. I guess Department of Corrections, which I guess it's a pretty big area where nobody notices that. Like, hey, aren't you Bullseye? He gets on rough day.
Yeah,
Hi, he's like, yeah, I had a rough day, but it's nighttime. His head was down. A lot of his coworkers didn't realize it was him, but we just want to thank you as it's cold in here for both of us women. Just want to thank you
peace.
for helping out our husband, me and my husband. You've done so much for us, And she's like talking about Matt and just the sins of the past or not being buried. Matt shows up. All right. And Fisk, they have the whole like stare down. Fisk is like, he knows Matt's there. Matt knows he's over there. He can't see him, but he knows it. And Matt's like, oh yeah, sorry, you weren't the only person wearing Chanel number 5. And I couldn't find you. And she's like, yeah, I know you were coming, Matt. Kind of like you were doing something else. But he talked about going to Rikers. Ben Poindexter wanted to see me. And why? Why do you care so much about Ben Poindexter? But she's like, Matt, you've been different, Matt. You've been distant. And of course, what happens? Matt's distracted because she's like, you're not listening to me, are you, Matt? Because you're a woman and not talking. But he's listening to Kingpin talk to whatever this guy. But this is, let's say, dude, look at the angle right there. Holy shit, man. So they want to have the conversation about this whole Red Hook project, and he just says, basically, I need your funding. I want your backing up for the Red Hook project. He's like, basically tells Kingpin to fuck off. But he's like, what about the rumor surrounding you? What are you talking about? Should I call you Swordsman, the vigilante? Because I hate vigilantes. He's just like, Fisk. I mean, and like, just dude, look right there. Like, their stats, it says he's 6 foot and fucking Fisk is 6'4". D'Onofrio, but like, dude, he's just towering above this motherfucker. Showed himself being the Kingpin. And Yeah, that was it wasn't a big deal. Just one time I was a swordsman. He's like, yeah, but the problem is I could take my task force, send my task force against you. Like, motherfucker, man. And Matt's hearing the entire thing, but some asshole, some photographer flashes Fisk with his phone, and come out, he's a fucking press. Pal, take care of him. Yeah, dickhead, no pictures. You know about that. No press. I know my rights. You got no rights inside here. He just roughs him up and shit. And what's he do? Oh man, it's gotta fucking hurt. He's like, you have the right to like never to spend like was to spend the rest of your life having trouble wiping your ass, and puts his fucking hand in a friggin' fryer bat. Like, oh, shit's gotta hurt. But so the old police captain comes in there. He's like,
Commissioner.
I'm sorry, commissioner. He tells me, man, you can't be doing this shit. This task force is fucked up.
Yeah,
And
we find out that the task force has now surpassed the commissioner, and the commissioner
yeah,
is being told to kick rocks.
uh
So
huh. In case you didn't notice, son, I'm not listening to you anymore. I work for the kingpin or mayor. But straight up boss power. So we have BB. Oh, sorry, BB.
what's your real quick? What's your thoughts on BB? I know you say you like the podcasting thing, but she's got a hot piece of ass, huh?
I
Or
mean, look,
no?
just
Yeah,
look right there. Huh? It's cute. Yeah, definitely. No, her character's not bad. She is what she is. She's like not the best side character, but she's not her uncle. I mean, she just doesn't have the presence he had, but she's okay for now. Which leads into this next scene because she's talking to the former commissioner. Now, listen to your podcast as well, and she basically breaks down the fact that he's like, "Well, your muse killing. I know you're kind of bought and sold because everyone knew that Daredevil was there, and it wasn't just it wasn't just Heather killing Muse." But what she breaks down the fact that, so yeah, what about the task force though? And he doesn't like the task force. She doesn't like the task force, and she says that when she writes pieces, she also goes by another pseudonym that isn't BB. But hey, did you hear about Wilson Fisk? The fact that he was the main suspect in your uncle's murder? And she's like, yeah, I did. But she gives him the whole like card, like, well, if you want to talk sometime, because she wants dirt on Fisk in the task force, and he can provide dirt. All right. He says right there that he's got files and everybody under his task force, a lot of them are fucking just corrupt cops. But anyway, Matt Matt just basically telling Heather again, like, you know what, friggin' Fisk, he came after he got you as a counselor to come after me. And she's like, why? What are you doing? Why would he care about this so much, Matt? Like, why does Fisk care about you, Matt? Daredevil. Matt's like, fuck, I'm gonna go after Fisk at his own party. Don't do it. And Matt's walking to Fisk, about to talk to him, and then like, hey, look, the lights are on. Let's have a good dance. Cool. Everybody's dancing, having a great time. Ooh, nice scene right there.
let's have a dance off.
Yeah, definitely. I did like the how it says distorted as music is playing and like Fisk is like basically looking over at Matt. Matt's looking at Fisk, and Matt's like, "Fuck it, then let's just start dancing with him and shit." But and but he's telling, and Heather's like, "I want to go." He's like, "You can't go. He won't let you go. You're not safe. No one is safe." And he's like, "Screw it, then." He puts his fucking cane right on the fucking waiter's tray.
Yeah.
Douchebag. And I like the fact that has because so he knows he's Daredevil, right? And as for he's dancing with fucking Vanessa, he's basically talking to Matt from a distance, but like no one, I know that you can hear me and you can hear this shit, but yeah, come on, what are you expecting for, Matt? I told you to be consequences. I put on that goddamn red suit, and Matt just tells him the whole like, hey, if anything happens, get out of here and stuff. Tell everybody, call people, help me, Heather, and Buck gets a call from the prison. Guess what happened? Well, Poindexter, Bullseye, he escaped and killed some people. Oh, shit. And boy, that's gone. Shit, a fork, a really big fork. Bullseye picks it up, and you're like, you know what? He's going to kill somebody. And he's just like, he's in an elevator smiling evilly. But Ben Poindexter killed the prison guard, and he's coming for you next, sir. All right. Also, Vanessa's like, yeah, I got something to tell you, Fisk. And right there, Matt, because Matt can hear her, he can hear her heartbeat and everything. He's like, oh shit. Matt realizes it wasn't Fisk that hired Bullseye. It wasn't Fisk. It was her. God damn it. She was away. She did it, Heather. And Heather's like, what the hell are you talking about? Who did what? But he steps in. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Matt. What's going on? Yeah, I knew you had Foggy killed. What are you talking about? He's like, and Fisk tells Heather about keeping secrets that it can make you sick and it's poisonous. And look, more blue. Now fucking Poindexter or Bullseye, he stabbed the poor guy in the neck, poor sniper. He's about to fucking shoot somebody. At this point, I wasn't sure. Is he gonna shoot Heather? Is he gonna fucking shoot Matt, knowing he's Daredevil? Is he going after Vanessa or Fisk? I wasn't sure at the moment, but he doesn't miss. So Matt's basically telling Vanessa the fact that your husband, does he know you had Foggy killed? And she's like, yeah, what about your girlfriend? Is your girlfriend, does she know you're Daredevil? So Vanessa still knows he's Daredevil as well. It's like, damn. What? Hey, man, fucking Fisk is dropping hints. You ever wonder why your boyfriend likes vigilantes so much? And then Matt does a super hearing thing, and he knows fucking Bullseye's putting the fucking round into the chamber right there. Wait for it, and shoots. But Matt takes a fucking bullet for Fisk, which I didn't see coming. So apparently, as you said earlier, Bullseye's still pissed off at Fisk, and he went to go shoot Fisk in the heart, but hit Matt in the shoulder. I'm assuming it's a shoulder shot, but yeah. And everybody get the fuck out of here. Fisk is holding Matt. They all start running away. And, oh shit! And Matt, very last scene, they do it where I didn't have the last screenshot, but they show Matt lying there. Then the camera goes upside down, has Matt upside down with the red, which I guess is obviously Poindexter Bullseye is blue. Matt's Daredevil in red. Matt, I mean, this big thing. They act like he's dying. Like it's a shoulder shot. He'll be okay. But and that's it. Toxic. So that was episode 8.
Uh, uh,
The things I
uh,
did like there is a certain symbolism that has the fact that Matt took a fucking bullet for Kingpin because like as much as Matt does hate Fisk, he won't let him die because he could have just sat there and just had Bullseye kill him. He did take a bullet for his ass. And they're setting up more of like eventually Heather's going to find out he's Daredevil. At some point it's just there's so much breadcrumbs right there. Why does Matt love vigilantes? Fisk knows about it, and now Heather's against vigilantes, and they're doing the whole like my girlfriend hates superheroes, but I am one trope, which has been done 1,000 times before. But yeah.
1 out of 10. Where are you rating this? Kind of.
um,
Thoughts on this, especially
yeah,
considering this is the penultimate episode, which is penultimate. It's the episode before the
yeah.
finale. So
I mean, obviously, it's a cliffhanger lead up to the Punisher. It's confirmed. Fucking Bernthal's coming back from our episode. We've already seen him in behind the scenes with a full Punisher outfit. And this right here is just leading up into Bullseye's out there, so it's gonna be I guess Matt and Frank going against Bullseye. But at one point, I mean, for one more episode, they got a lot of shit to cover because so is Fisk? Is he now back to being Kingpin? Is it going to take down fucking Matt and Frank to take out Bullseye? I mean, I'm curious what's going to happen next week, dude, for the finale. I feel like there's still like a lot of unanswered questions. They got like a lot to unpack in one episode. And
yeah,
obviously, so the current fucking storyline elements are obviously BB now. So BB's talking to the ex commissioner about Fisk killing her uncle, and we have Heather and Matt, the whole Daredevil identity. Frank is coming back as Punisher, and then Bullseye's still out there. I mean, that's a lot of shit to unpack in one episode, dude.
yeah.
Uh,
So 1 out of 10 for this particular episode. 1 out of 10. What are you giving it?
Jesus, it's definitely a weaker episode. I still like stuff that I mean I do like the blues, I like the reds, I like the fact that Matt said "fuck you" to Bullseye. My favorite scene though in the entire episode was the son of a bitch spitting out a tooth. It was fucking badass. So probably like maybe like a 5. I mean,
Okay, 5 out of 10.
and and again, I still like the fact that Vanessa she cheated on her husband. He was gone for a while, but she did kill Adam. So proving that she still cares about Fisk over Adam. But like we said earlier, the biggest problem is like we were saying, Matt talking to his new coworker. Oh yeah, the system is broken. This and that. Like Matt, you should have. No shit's broken. We're 4 fucking seasons in. You know it's broken. That's why Frank Castle and Daredevil and Spider Man, everyone exists for because we have a screwed up legal system.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, especially for a penultimate episode, could have been better. But I mean, I still will find things I like. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that like they could have shaved down. This was a fucking 50-minute episode. I mean, man.
I'm trying to just judge this on the show and not on all this extra bullshit like the birthday clowns are doing.
Mhm.
Um, but
S-
my problem
s-
is basically this. I got some slides below if you want to pull them up.
Oh, sure.
Um, the sunk cost fallacy. Pull that up real quick.
Yeah, there you go.
So, sunk cost fallacy, I did a whole video on this. It's a phenomenon whereby a person is reluctant to abandon a strategy or course of action because they've invested heavily in it, even when it's clear that abandonment would be more beneficial. People do that with jobs, people do that with relationships. We've seen it, we've done it, God knows we've all done it. But they're like, I've put so much time in it, invested so much into this, I don't want to let it go. So it's sort of been co-opted to talk about TV shows. You want to pull up the next slide?
Uh, okay.
So here's where I come out, bro. I'm tired. Like every show that I'm watching, I'm doing, I do Yellow Jackets and 1923 and now The Bondsman. And in varying degrees, all of these shows, and we just did Reacher, obviously. And you know that I was not happy with the penultimate episode there as well. Did it pay it
Yeah.
off in the finale? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it did, but I'm getting tired of these weak sauce penultimate episodes. The penultimate episode, the reason it was designed for was to kind of boost you up and gas you up and get you ready for this great season finale.
Yeah.
And when they're weak, it really puts the burden on the finale. And if the finale isn't a complete and total banger, and even if it is a complete and total banger, it hurts the overall narrative. And all these shows that I just mentioned and many more have this problem, and it shouldn't be that way. And
Yeah.
what you have with this show, I think this is the weakest episode,
Hmm.
actually. And
Mhm.
I think it's the weakest episode because I am judging it on the whole. So when the birthday clowns this week on Open Bar are bitching about this episode, I'm gonna have to bitch along with them. And you know that I don't like to do that, but this is just not Daredevil standard. This is very clear evidence that there was reshoots for a reason, and I think they hodgepodge this thing together. There's some stuff that I liked about it. I like comic book accurate Daredevil breaking out of prison, but okay, he's the man that can turn anything to a weapon. So a sniper rifle in his hand should have been super deadly, but instead he not only misses the target,
Mm.
but he doesn't just start there's more rounds in that rifle. Why didn't he just keep firing? What he hit Matt was like, so what, disgusted with himself for missing or hitting the unintended target that I mean, since when? Why? Hell, he could have walked into that room and just started throwing knives and shit or grabbing
Yeah.
a pistol and just start wrecking shit. Why is he going up doing all that trickery to get up into a rafter just to take out one cop and then like wound Daredevil? And if Daredevil, and listen, a sniper shot to the shoulder, uh how is Daredevil going to be in any kind of shape to be in the season finale doing anything except for being in a hospital? I mean, that's going to break your clavicle. Like, so what am I supposed to believe here? Like,
Yeah.
what message? This really stinks of hodgepodged, put shit together.
Yeah.
So,
I definitely agree with
anyway,
that one.
you are giving it a chance like your exes because you like colors and spitting teeth. But I think
Yeah.
we both agree that it's a mid 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
and honestly, I mean, 5, I'm being kinda generous, it'd probably be lower because well, I'm looking at Disney Plus right now, okay, this episode's clocked in right at it's 51 minutes and 34 seconds. From when Matt gets 47 minutes, it's almost the end credits it's 5 minutes of end credits almost, and
Yeah,
then top of the recap, so it's like, in all reality, 51 minutes, I'll be generous, say we take off 10 minutes, it's about we'll say a 40-minute episode roughly. Get
yeah.
out of 40 minutes, I mean, you could have shaved off, 10 minutes easily.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I'm not
again, being
happy.
generous.
I'm not a happy camper. Toxic is being a grumpy Gus, because I don't like this. I don't think it's anywhere near. This is clear evidence that, the reshoots did indeed happen and they didn't have a good narrative going into this season. There were these, I want to see more Bullseye. I want to see more Punisher.
Yeah,
I get the fact that White Tiger actor died. They had to kind of tie that off. I get it. I do like them bringing in the dirty cop from Mayor of Kingstown to be the dirty cop here. He has a lot of charisma. He's a lot of presence. I like the fact that the task force guys are a little drunk with power and they're getting out of hand. I'm fine with all of that stuff. But this is all stuff that should have been done earlier in the season. This is
yeah,
not what you want your lead up to the season finale to be. In fact, I think I'm also agreeing with you. I think I was being nice by giving it a 5 out of 10 because really it should be lower. I only gave it a 5 out of 10 because Heather looked hot. I like this stuff that I liked. I thought Vanessa's performance was really good. I don't know the actress's
yeah,
name, but I thought her performance was good. I like the little flick of the bow tie that she gives Matt to kind of like put him back in his place because I do like to see unhinged Matt. I like seeing Matt kind of just so overwhelmed and so tired of the bad guys getting away with it that he's kind of getting frayed at the edges. I do like that. I think
Yeah.
it's good, but again, it's just a nothing burger episode, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, besides besides Matt getting shot, and Bullseye breaking out, I mean, again, you could have shaved this down to a tight 30 minutes and just still got, like, a lot more. I mean, okay, yeah, Adam's dead. I say Adam's dead, and, yeah, I mean, Matt figured out that it was Vanessa who hired Bullseye. Okay.
Yeah. I don't, yeah, I don't know, man. And again, I am trying really hard to judge this on its own merits. I know we review a lot of stuff. We're gonna review a lot more
Yeah.
coming up soon, but it's hard for me to separate 1923, Reacher, Yellow Jackets, all of that. It's really hard for me to separate that stuff and just go. I'm really just tired of it because I've just got done with Reacher. Yellow Jackets is about to drop its final episode, and everything's in 1923 just dropped its. And 1923 was a banger, but its penultimate episode, I mean, it left so much stuff undone
Yeah.
that, and especially the fact that, back in the old days, bro, you could watch a 22, 23 episode season of a show
Oh,
like
yeah.
Buffy or Angel or whatever, and then it would even The Walking Dead. And then so in May, you'd have your season finale, right?
Mhm.
So you knew that you only had to wait until September, October for the new season. We're waiting years in between this shit. So, like,
Yeah.
are we waiting until like 2026 to see the next Daredevil? I bet we are. So it just again, sunk cost fallacy, bro. Like I'm they better really pull a banger of a finale or I gotta tell you, man, I'm tapping out. I can't give
Yeah.
this any more of my time. So
Well, there's one more episode to go, so that's
right,
a good
and it
thing.
better be
Yeah.
and it needs to be a banger, brother. It's
Yeah.
gotta be a banger.
Yeah.
Toxic's not happy. I'm grumpy. Grumpy Gus today. Sorry,
Yeah.
everybody.
No, it's
I don't
fine.
I don't you know me. You know that I hate to do this. I hate to do the whole
No, I said
shitting
I
on
think
the likes of you.
we've been compared to other people, we've been very fucking generous with
We
this,
have
and
been so nice, like,
yeah,
they're not rewarding our,
yeah,
altruism. They're not being nice back. I
yes,
just want I want Bullseye to, like, be murking people. I wanna see Punisher shooting people. Come on, give us what we want, Disney. Stop being stingy, stop being weird. Just give us the stuff we want,
mhm,
Good lord.
yeah, so
Anyway,
it's alright, I
alright,
see.
I'm done
Yeah,
crying.
okay.
I'm done crying.
No, it's fine. Alright, cool, well, we'll see you for next week, and, the finale, I mean, at least I'm happy to see I never get tired of seeing John Bernthal, but can he make the finale any good? We'll find
Can
out.
John Berthnall save? Yeah, so
Yeah,
alright, guys, I guess we're gonna find more fuel for the fucking open bar this week.
yeah.